Well, now you're getting to a point and saying, well, come on, isn't there any command that I can say I've mastered, that I've got, that I'm okay with? Well, we get to we get to the commandment where he says, "You shall not commit adultery." Ah, now, now you get to one and say, "Well, I haven't slept around. I haven't had other women in my life." Well, we need to go back to what it says and again to what Jesus says. We see the value of life. We see the value of marriage. We see the purity of marriage laid out in that command. But we see what Christ is speaking about when we look again at Matthew chapter 5 and comes to it in verse 27. He says, "You've heard it said, you shall not commit adultery. But," verse 28, "I say to you that everyone who looks at a woman with lust in her eye has already committed adultery in her heart, committed adultery with her in her heart, in his heart." And so we see that looking with lust is equal to adultery. We see that it deals again with the heart matter and it destroys the mind. Unless we think that, well, this only applies to men, you know, all one has to do is go into a store and look at some of the romantic novels that are laid out for the women to read and to long for, and how they look at some man and his muscles and his arms and all of those things, and they want to be with him, even if they're married. And so we see here another command given to us that crosses into our culture of today and deals with our heart. And God is saying, what is going on in your heart? What is going on in your mind? What is it that drives you and drives you away from your walk with me and destroys your walk with other individuals? Marriages are destroyed by lusting, by longing for others, by thinking that the grass on the other side of the fence is much greener, that some man or woman will be a much better spouse than the one you already have. And we long for that, and we seek for it. So think about how you are living and how you are walking and what you are doing in this life. And then go back to this command and say, Lord, I do not want to commit adultery. Until next time we get together in the pastor's study, this is Ray Bertolette saying goodbye and may God bless.